Thank you again, everybody, for jumping on. I know last night was pretty busy. We do have a number of teams out right now, 3 teams out looking at damage, mainly in the Tangipahoa, Washington Parish, St. Tammany Parish areas. It's where we had most of our information so far. That said, we've gotten quite a bit of information from Amite County and additional stuff into Pearl River County as well. And then sporadic reports in Livingston Parish and East Baton Rouge Parish. So we'll definitely be doing some more surveys going into tomorrow and possibly even the weekend. But going through the briefing real quick, as I just mentioned, we did have a lot of kind of widespread damage last night, with majority of the damage really occurring just west of the I-55 corridor and mainly north of I-12, and then just getting into coastal Mississippi area. Bunch of strong wind reports as well over the marine areas. With we had a high wind report of 85 miles an hour at Bay Waveland on the NOS Seaman station there. So did get some really strong winds with these thunderstorms, along with tornadoes. Don't have anything confirmed yet, but it's pretty safe to say that there'll be multiple tornadoes out there, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's another one of those systems where we could be pushing, maybe close to 10 tornadoes when everything's said and done. Obviously, with the surveys we have right now, the damage, the points, but also the satellite data we'll get later to confirm and then lengthen or at least refine the tracks that we get. Obviously, if you've been outside today, it's much nicer, cooler, definitely windy and drier, and we'll finish the week out that way. So tomorrow will be a really pleasant day. We'll start to see some warm up this weekend, and then by Sunday we'll be back in the 80s, the lower 80s. The next system we do have approaching the area will impact us late Sunday evening and Sunday night with a strong cold front, and this will be a stronger cold front with this system. Do expect showers and storms with it, and even a few stronger severe storms are possible. It is that time of the year. And as I mentioned, this will be a stronger cold front, so it will be colder and definitely much drier behind the front to start next week. The drier part of it's probably what's going to be more of an issue and will lead to what I'm going to talk about on Tuesday. And then there is a chance of a light freeze Tuesday morning. We are in mid-March. There's still a chance of getting freezing temperatures, but we do have a chance of a light freeze Tuesday morning for locations along and north of the 1012 corridor, mainly Southwest Mississippi, adjacent Louisiana parishes, and then those areas that are kind of we call them the Pearl River drainage area and the Pascagoula River drainage area. Those 2 areas like Pascagoula, Bogalusa, Slidell, they tend to really kind of drop out when we get the right setup, which we will have Monday night. Luckily, we've had quite a bit of rainfall the last couple weeks, because if we haven't, Monday and Tuesday would definitely be a really big concern. Fire weather, we'll still have to watch that because there are some areas that are still in a drought right now. Winds are going to be real strong Monday and definitely be dry. So I wouldn't be surprised to see our forecast start to continue to kind of trend down with the relative humidity values going into Monday and Tuesday. These spring cold fronts, especially early spring cold fronts, tend to overachieve with the drier air, and because we don't cool off as much a lot of times, so we get warmer than expected on the next day, but we're definitely drier, so it leads to a lower RH. So it's something we have to watch early next week. Right now, just kind of really focusing on the next real impact system, which is going to be that Sunday night. SPC does have a 50% risk of severe weather just off to our northwest. This is the day 4, so it wouldn't be surprising to see when they issue the day 3 overnight tonight. We see a slight risk either into our area of concern or maybe just like right on our border, but then that marginal risk will probably be well into the area, and then we'll see as with each day if it gets expanded further south. But we do have a chance of some strong storms, strong to severe storms on Sunday night. given the way this system looks, this would definitely has more potential for a stronger cold front. I mean, a stronger squall line, and hopefully not as much the potential of tornadoes. That said, with obviously with squall lines, you can get more widespread wind damage. So we'll just definitely keep an eye on that. Main time frame is kind of the Sunday evening into the overnight hours. So you're probably looking to a pretty similar to what we just saw last night, where most of it could be done by midnight, 1 o'clock. But it's mainly that Sunday evening overnight hour time frame. You can see right here from the rainfall forecast, though, that is the only shot of rain we got over the next 7 days. This is a very progressive system, so the risk of flash flooding is not really high, so that risk is pretty minimal. Not really showing a lot of rainfall. You can see WPC is only forecasting widespread, about 1/10 to maybe 1/2 an inch, with locally higher amounts, obviously, with any type of convection we get those thunderstorms. But it'll be very progressive, which is good. So that definitely removes a good bit of the risk for flash flooding. We can't say it's still a non-zero risk. All the rain that over the next 7 days is expected to occur that Sunday evening and the night time frame. The rest of the forecast is dry. Kind of going past our next 7 days, you can see the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. We have that even with that cold front expected Sunday night. The first half of next week will be pretty cool. Will be cool, especially on Monday, Tuesday, and then near normal on Wednesday. But we start seeing temperatures back above normal on Thursday, especially the highs. The morning lows should still be fine, given how dry we're going to be Thursday and Friday morning next week. But we will see those afternoon highs get back into the mid and upper 70s late next week. And then as we go into even the weekend, probably continue to slowly warm up as a very, very large area, basically ridge over the southwestern U.S. just continues to build and dominates the region. It'll build into the southern plains like Oklahoma, Texas area and kind of nudge into our area, which will definitely keep us warm. And then looking at the very next slide, will keep us dry. So after our system Sunday, we look pretty dry for the foreseeable future. So no fronts coming through for the after Sunday throughout next week and even next weekend. So don't expect too much rain. So whatever we get Sunday night is pretty much it for the next 7 to 10 days. The drought monitor, obviously we have just seen some beneficial rain over the last couple of weeks. Thank goodness for a portion of our area, but not all of us. There's still a D1 drought for pretty much all the North Shore and then going into Pearl River and Hancock counties. But on the South Shore, you're seeing D2 to even D3 for like Lafourche and Terrebonne parishes, so those areas. And that may be some areas we have to definitely keep a watch on for Monday, Tuesday with those very strong winds. Definitely much drier conditions, lack of rainfall in those areas could be a kind of a problem. So we'll have to keep an eye on the fire potential going into early next week. And just quick summary of impacts. As already mentioned earlier, that widespread damage last night, we are surveying multiple areas. Crews have mainly been in the Tangipahoa, Washington Parish, and St. Timothy Parish area. Did kind of trickle into Livingston Parish, looking at one track there. We don't have anything confirmed yet. Hopefully we'll have some information out late this afternoon, early this evening on possible tornadoes. We've confirmed if we have confirmed any. And then we will definitely continue surveys tomorrow, probably looking at the Emmett and Pike County area along with Pearl River County tomorrow. Those are some areas we'll definitely have to focus on. We are cooler and drier to finish the rest of the week, warming up this weekend, but our next system is Sunday night. It is expected to bring showers and thunderstorms with even a few strong to severe storms. And then a cold front moves through with that rainfall Sunday night with colder and much drier conditions behind it, and to start the week, at least through the first half of next week. There is that chance of a light freeze Tuesday morning for locations along and north, but really mostly north of the 1012 corridor. But really looking at like Southwest Mississippi, the adjacent Louisiana parishes, and then kind of coming down the Pearl River and down the Pascagoula River. So areas around like Bogalusa, here around Slidell areas, Pascagoula area as well, could see temperatures just drop down to around the lower 30s, maybe even as cold as 30. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the kind of have to watch that fire potential on Monday, Tuesday, given the very low RH values and strong winds on Monday and going into Tuesday. Other than that, the forecast is pretty quiet. So I have any questions from anybody?